nature, there's full of web that exchanges nutrients and data. But since we've removed the forest na nagapakaon sila, we've done monocultures, ang ipakaon is only two types of microbials, we have caused havoc on our food systems. We want diversity in the soil. The plants feed the microbes feeds the plant. And what Dr. Elaine Ingham did was to teach us how to look first into the soil, understand the science, before you could apply it outside. Kung na to, we have bacteria, we have fungi, we have protozoa, and we even look at nematodes. Out of the 5 different species, usa lang kabukang destructive, which is the root feeding. The rest are beneficials. So when we kill the nematode, we kill first the beneficials, which causes havoc sa atong mga tanom. First up is fungi. Second, for rice, it's protozoa. And then, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and beneficial nematodes for upland areas. What we're trying to do here in FarmSco and with 5 other cooperatives who were the first adopters is to commercialize it. So here we did rice trials. The way we did it was to gather 30 farmers first, and then we set up the microscope. And then from there, gipakita na ko sa ila what's a dead soil and what's a live soil. 30 farmers tried.
Ang co-op naglantaw sa pagpanguma sa mag-uuma. O gikuha na mo kung sa ilang cost sa ilahang problema. Isa na among nakita nga problema ang ilahang kayutaan. Kung sa kayutaan manggaling mo to ni sulod ang innovation nga si biological solution nga i-adapt judayon na mo. So atong last August 2024, after sa among training sa participatory action research, initiate na pud mi nga ang farmers member diri sa mong kooperatiba, gitawag na mo sila, gi-invite na mo sila o gihatagan na mo silang libre nga free orientation kundiin naamin na invite nga mga 100 farmers atong higayon na.
Because of the participatory action research, we are able to see the impact of microbials on converting the fertility of the soil in our rice farmers. We started in August 2024 here, and now as of August 2025, here alone natin mga 100 plus farmers who's already doing this, with a number of them really looking at very good effect in cost reduction, really improve the possibility of them having a profit.
Naatay isa ka farmer member, so nakit-an man niya nga, gwapo daay ang solution nga gihimo karon sa co-op.
So we then have farmers who started doing si Dante Bahalya. He said, "Sir, wala mong kikwarta, I have to do it at 3.7.
Akong kasinatian sa una, diferensya kay sa pagkakaron. Kay ang sa una manggod, katong namatan ako nga nigamit ko og mga synthetic fertilizer, daghang mga istorya nga nindot lagi daw para sa kumay. Niabot si Sir Jerry, kung nadasig ko kay pakita nga sample dito sa microscope, nakita na ako ang kadtong ki-test namo nga usagad nga epektibo kay ako yung gi-apply. Akong gigamit adto, nangayor ako sa akong silingan og 1.5. Mo tay akong giyabo dire nga akong gi-try pod. So nakita na ako nga epektibo gyud ang biosolution. Mo tong sa pagkakaron, last cropping, nag-apply gyud ko og biosolution. Nag-zero synthetic akong gi-apply. So last cropping na ako ang 3.7, nag-i-applyan na ako og biosolution, ni-harvest niya og 273 sacks. Ang average ato kay averaging ni 65 per kilo. So nakanit ko og 25,000.
The critical juncture right now for FarmSco is the request of the provincial agriculture and municipal agriculture to do trials. Because now we are not only seen by the farmers, even the local government units is seeing the results and they wanted to do a trial. So chemical fertilizer alone is the current farmer practice. The combination of biosolution and fertilizer is the result the yield results and cost reduction result of a farmer trying to transition. And the biosolution is the yield and cost reduction result of a farmer who does not transition but move directly to biosolution.
Dako kay kong pasalamat sa kining biosolution.
If we get the life back into the soil, we get the life back into our plants. We get the life back into our plants, we get back the nutrients that we need. We eat the plants with that nutrient, we get back our health. You're only looking at the soil, where you're gonna improve human health, you're gonna improve soil health, you're gonna make sure that it's a climate-smart agriculture, you're gonna help a lot of things, even clean your water.
So ayan lang mo og pagduha-duha o adapt sa mga bagong innovation. Kay kaning mga innovation is kaayuhan sa atong mag-uuma. Ug usa pa ang kaning innovation nga mo ang gi-adapt karon dinhi sa to ang kooperatiba is para po ni siya pagpabalik sa kahimsog sa atong mga kayutaan.
Dinhi gasugod lang ta. With Minpad Spade Project, we're putting the seed into our cooperatives. Why cooperatives? Because the cooperative should make this into a business para it's sustainable. FarmSco has started to do brewing centers.
Nanami brewing center sa lahi-lahi nga mga barangay.
Ang biosolution is only the first phase. Napa siya 3 phases that we need to do. Here, what we're trying really to do is to establish the regenerative agriculture service extension of the cooperative. Now that we got their attention, because now na results sa biosolution, will the farmer benefit more from the intervention? Because we're not trying to enrich the cooperatives. We're trying to make sure that the farmers get the most out of the benefit.
Ang kooperatiba, dili po siya muhunong sa pagpaningkamot o pagpangitag o mga technology para makatawag sa farmer. Uban pa ng mga suporta nga pwede na ito ma-access para mapadayon na ito ang atong support sa atong mga member farmers sa kooperatiba.
If we really want to sustain agriculture, we need to bring back life into the soil by clear scientific ways of identifying what are the microbes are there, so what can we do.